a school trustee? Since you've been one for 8 years, we thought you'd be the best candidate to talk about it. Tell us, what exactly does a school trustee does, and what do voters need to look for in a school trustee?
So a school board trustee is a position that's actually outlined in the Education Act. And what it does is it handles policy at a very high level. We're actually prohibited from directing education in specific schools. So we have nothing to do with hiring principals or firing principals or anything like that. We're looking at budget approvals. We're looking at where programs are, where boundaries are for schools. If the case is that schools are, there's not enough enrollment, if we should be moving students to another school and perhaps closing a school, or rejigging the system. The staff are all very well educated and are specialists in their fields in planning and finance and education, of course, and they make recommendations to the board and we assess them as a group. No single trustee can direct or make a decision. It all has to come to the board table, and in Halton, at the Halton District School Board, there are 11 elected trustees and 2 student trustees. The elected trustees, they must have a majority vote for any policy to move forward. So we can't do anything on our own, but we are also the conduit for people to take their concerns and issues from the community around policy and bringing them to the board. We don't have that ability to go back, but we do have that ability to take information in from the community and let the rest of the board, the corporate board, the rest of the trustees know in case there needs to be a change to policy. The Board of Trustees actually only has one single employee, and that is the Director of Education. Okay. And he or she is the top of the corporate board, which hires and directs school procedures and things like that, anything around assessment, and of course they implement curriculum. So I hope that helps answer what a school board trustee does.
Absolutely. And so if the community goes to their school trustee with their concerns or with some recommendations, what we're hearing is until there's a majority of the trustees who are agreeing or accepting that proposal, it will not come to fruition. Is that true?
That's very true. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So the school trustee needs to have the ability to influence their own peers, to be able to really be the voice of the community members, the community that they're serving.
Yes, they have to be excellent collaborators, excellent communicators. I think those are 2 qualities that you really need to look for in a school board trustee.
So it's a very policy level change that they can bring about. Are there any day-to-day things that a school board trustee impacts from a community perspective?
Well, we often get calls from the community, from parents, if they have an issue. We often direct them to who they should be speaking to. So I'll often get calls about, in the summertime I'll get lots of calls about weeds and overgrown fields or something along those lines, and so I'll direct them to the superintendent of facilities to help mitigate that problem at a specific school site. So that's just one example of the sort of day-to-day issues that we deal with.
Absolutely. And on the council or at the town level, do they have any regular meetings, or is there a way they interact with town councillors or the town? Not really.
So school boards meet, the Halton District School Board meets twice a month as a board meeting, and then we have Committee of the Whole. So those are 3 Wednesdays out of the month. And then we sit on committees that are focused on specific things. We have audit committee, we have parental engagement committee, and other ad hoc committees that come up. For influence outside the system, it's good to be able to build relationships with local councillors as well as MPPs, MPs, and mayors, that sort of thing as well.
Okay, so there's no formal sort of way in which the town councillors or the regional councillors work with school board trustees. It just happens to be at the same time that they're elected. Is that right?
That's exactly it. The municipalities run the elections. Just like I'm running, when you run for a trustee position, it's through the municipality. The regional chair is a regional position, but it is also run through a local municipality through the election. So the municipal government in Halton, Burlington, Oakville, Milton, and Halton Hills, they're in charge of the actual election, but that's where their relationship officially ends with regard to a trustee.
Wow. Thank you so much. This was really very informative, and again, wish you all the best. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much.